Good morning. It's your pal, Mr. Thayer from the Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship with today's lesson. All right. I had a lesson with you on Tuesday, and now I have one set up for Thursday. It is Unit 9, Lesson 12. All right. Just a couple of things we're going to knock out today. Number one is we're going to trace and copy the rest of our letters. I'm going to teach you the rest of the uppercase letters, which are X, Y, and Z. And then we are going to read the decodable story, The Tent. And I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to put some questions on another form, and I want you guys to answer them for me after I read the story, The Tent. All right? So we've been practicing our uppercase letters. We have 3 left to do today, and then that will take us through the entire alphabet of uppercase letters. All right? A couple of them are a little bit tricky, but we should be able to get through it. Let me get my board to write on and my blue marker ready. And we are going to start with an easy one right off the bat. We have the letter X. X is what we're going to start with. And X is diagonal left, diagonal right. Say it with me. Diagonal left, diagonal right. That's how we're going to make an X. All right, so let's do that. Now remember, our diagonal goes across. It doesn't go top to bottom. It goes across. So we're going to go diagonal left, diagonal right. Diagonal left, diagonal right. Okay? So here's my diagonal left. Oh, I don't think we're able to see that. Diagonal left, diagonal right. Okay? My capital X. Let me see if I can move there we go. Adjust the camera a little bit there. So let's try that again. We're going to go diagonal left, diagonal right. That's the way we make that letter X. Okay? Let's do one more. Diagonal left, diagonal right. That's the way we make that. Got a little bit of glare right there. Let's see if I can fix that up. There we go. That's the way we make the letter X. And remember, X is a combination of sounds. It's a K and an S together, and it says X, X, just like that. There is our letter X. All right. 2 letters to go here. 2 letters to go. Let's see. I'm going to erase these quick. So after X comes our letter Y. It's a diagonal right, a diagonal left, and then a short line down. I'm going to show you how that goes. Diagonal left, diagonal right. Similar to the X, but we're not going to cross them, and then we're going to go a straight line down. All right? So it goes like this. It's almost like you know what it is? It's almost like you're writing a V and then just giving it like kind of a tail at the bottom. So we're going to go diagonal left, diagonal right. There you go. There's kind of your V. But now for the Y, we're going to bring a line right down just like that. Okay? Let's try that again. Diagonal left. Diagonal right. Short line down. There's your Y. Let's do it one more time. Okay? Well, basically, all we're doing is we're making that V, and then we're putting a short line on the bottom of that. All right? Diagonal left. Diagonal. Whoa, that was no good. No good there. Whoop. Diagonal left. Diagonal right. And a short line down. We'll give you that Y. All right? That is your letter Y. And Y says Y. Y. Everyone say Y for the letter Y. There you go. All right. We start the alphabet with A, but we always end with Z. So here's our Z. Z could be a little bit tricky. Could be a little bit tricky, especially for me kind of writing it backwards here, but we have a line across, diagonal left, line across. Line across, diagonal left, line across. Let's check this out, see if we can do it. So we have, let's see if I can get this better for you. There we go. We have line across, okay, diagonal left, line across. There it is. Let's try that again. We have line across, diagonal, and then line across for that Z. Awesome job. Let's do it one more time. So we have line across, diagonal, and line across for that letter Z. And Z says, put it together, it says Z. You guys do Z. Very good. So that is our alphabet. We have practiced everything from A all the way to Z. and how to write them as uppercase. We also know how to write them as lowercase. So it's pretty exciting stuff. Now we know our entire alphabet. Okay? So like I said, I'm going to read you guys a story today, a little bit different. It has to do with a tent. All right? And a tent is something maybe you put up in your backyard, or sometimes people have them in their houses if you are to camp out with, little places to kind of protect you. So it looks like there's a little camping going on with Zach. So let's see. I think Zach and Ann are camping out in the yard. Let's check it out. Once Zach's dad got the kids a tent. Zach and Ann set up the tent. Then the kids sang a song. This big tent, it is the best, is the best, is the best. This big tent, it is the best. Yes, it's the best. Zach and Ann really loved that tent song. There it is right there. And if I screw it up here, boom. Tricky word once. There is that tricky word once. All right. Check out Zach and Ann's tent. It is the best. And they were singing all about it out in the yard. Pretty cool. This big tent is the best. There you go. Sing that to mom and dad today. This big tent is the best. Love it. Let's see what happens. The kids had fun in the tent, but then a big wind hit the tent. Flop! The tent fell on Zach and Ann. Oh boy. You guys can see that big wind came through. They might not have had it staked down strong enough. The big gust of wind came through and flop. It's like the tent got knocked over. Then Zach felt a drip. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Splish, splash, splish, splash. Zach and Ann got wet. The kids set the tent back up. Now, before I show you the picture, think about that. Drip, drop, splish, splash. What do you think might be happening right now? Let's check the illustration. The illustration is going to show us what's happening. And yeah, you guessed it. It looks like it is starting to rain. So they're going to have to hurry up and hustle and get that tent back up before the big, heavy rains come. Red ants got in and bit Zach. Those nasty red ants. A slug got on Ann. Once the ants and slug got in, that was it. Zach and Ann ran from the tent. Wow. There's that tricky word once. And if you look at Zach and Ann right there, you can see Zach is full of red ants and Ann has a slug on her shoulder. And that was the end of that. They had had enough of camping at that point. So think about that. They set up the tent. A big gust of wind knocked it down. First. Second, it rained and things got wet. And then third, there were ants, red ants, and slugs in the tent. So Zach and Ann had had enough. Thumbs up or thumbs down, do you think that was fun for Zach and Ann to be in that tent? Do you think it was fun? Or do you think they had a really, really bad time? Think about that. Hope you guys enjoyed that story. I'm going to put some questions to answer about the story and see if you guys were paying attention. All right, I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Mr. Thayer signing out.